Okay, today I'm going to show you how to add the fixtures and add room labels to your house. This is your one bedroom house, and right now I have the exterior walls, the interior walls, and all the windows and doors put in. You can see the various doors here, um, and the windows. So first thing we need to do is to go through and identify the rooms, and that's important to do. So when you click in the room and go into editing the options and the materials in the room, it'll know what kind of room it is, whether it's a bedroom, living room, dining room, kitchen, bathroom. It will give you the appropriate options. So to do that, click inside the room and then go down to your open window, and I'm going to have to right click. My open bar is covered up here, so I'll right click and say open object, and that's going to open the room. And then you will want to identify what type of a room that it is. So just identify from the drop down. Now that one's a bedroom. You could do that with your closets. Um, Closet, and this will be a bathroom. And here's another closet. Ah, I must not have got it. Pick the wall. That doesn't work very well. Okay, now here's a problem. Out here, when I select this, notice it selects all the different space here. So we need to somehow cut this up so I can identify this is the living room, this is the kitchen, and this is the entryway. So to do that, if you'll click on your wall tools here and pick this one, which is a room divider, they call it. And now we'll zoom in here a little bit. And and you create, just like you create a wall, go right up, and if you zoom in there close, you can see it just puts a dashed line that actually went over to this wall here. So now that separated these two spaces. Now I'm just going to do the same thing with this one and click over to that room divider. And now I have this area cut into three spaces. Now I can go back to my select tool and identify this as uh, the family room. This will be my kitchen. And finally, we could actually put another line here and make this the entry and this the hallway, but I'll just go ahead for save a little time. We'll just make that the entryway. Let's see, entry right there. All right, so now we have all the rooms labeled. Now what I'm going to show you is how to start adding the fixtures. So let's start in the bath. We need a tub, and we could put a tub right here. Now, if your library browser is not open, you can open the library browser by going right up here to your library books. And now inside here, if you expand the Chief Architect Core catalogs, you'll see several folders here. And part of this exercise of doing this is to become familiar with what is where here in the library. So when you start adding things, you know where to find things. So the way this works, if you want to expand this, um, the architectural folder has appliances, cabinet doors, drawers, and panels, cabinets, and so on. All these folders within it. And I want to place a bathtub shower right here. So I'm going to go down and under fixtures, I'm going to find bath shower combos. And it has a folder without fixtures and a folder with. So now at this point, if I click on the folder, it will display all the contents within that folder right down here. And shower 1 is right here, shower 2 is here, and so on. Now, if I want to place shower 1 in there. If I click on it, this will show me what I have selected down here. And as you move out here into the working plan, you can see that I have that shower tub uh, connected or live. Now, as I move around to the different walls, as I get close to a wall, you'll notice it changes direction, and so it will put that right up against the wall so the opening is facing out. So just make sure you're near this wall, and I'll go ahead and place this right here. Now, in reality, to get rid of this, hit escape. And now, in reality, we probably would have known that the standard, what size tub we are going to use, and we would have made this wall equal to that. You could stretch your tub out, but that's not probably reality. Normally, they will build tubs to standard sizes. So what I'm going to do in this case is just drag this wall right over to the end of my tub. We just make that closet just a little deeper. All right. Now let's go ahead and drop a toilet in here right beside the right beside here. So if I go back to fixtures under toilets, you could see several toilets here. Let's just find a round traditional, that's fine. And again, same thing, as you move it around, you can see it changes. And the other thing to notice, as I move this down, it won't get any closer to the tub than that right there. And that's code. The code probably states that from the tub to the toilet has to be 10 inches or whatever it may be. And Chief Architect has already locked that in. So that's as far as you can get it there. All right, so now we have the tub and the toilet. We need to put a sink right here. Well, a sink usually fits inside a cabinet, and then they call that a vanity. So let's go ahead and let's put a cabinet in here. Now the cabinet tool is right up here. So when I click on this cabinet tool right here is for base cabinets. That's ones that go down on the ground. This one right here is for wall cabinets or cupboards that go up on the wall. This is a full standing cabinet, full height, that has a base cabinet and a cupboard up above. And this is a soffit for if you want to build the wall above your wall cabinets and fill that in. So let's click base cabinet here. And now it's the same thing. If I move it against this wall, take a look at the little arrow. As I move against this wall, see the arrow right there by the B24R? That's indicating where the door is going to be. I want the door facing that way to the left instead of facing this way or downward because I want to place my sink inside this cabinet. So I'm just going to click there, and that mounted that put a cabinet in here. And let's go ahead and hit escape, and let's take a quick picture of this so we can kind of get some respect as to what we have so far. So this is what I have so far in the bathroom. I have the shower, the toilet, and this cabinet. I need to make this cabinet a little longer. I have some space to fill up there. So I go back to the plan view, click on that, and I can click and drag, and again, it will stop as soon as it gets close enough to the toilet. It won't allow you to go any further. And now if we go here, you can see that's expanded. So it's always a good idea to go into the picture view, kind of take a look at what you're doing. And now let's just go ahead and drop a sink in here. So under architectural, another way you can do it is you could do a search for sink. And you'll have several different sinks. And then I could click a bowl sink, different bowl sinks. To clear the search, you hit the X bar here, and then you come back to here. I like to go in and see all my options. So I'm going to go there, and then under, let's see, appliances, and then fixtures, let's see. And under fixtures, I should have sinks. There they are. And here are the sinks. And I actually want, if I go bathtubs, faucets, if I go under sinks here, I want a bathroom sink and I want a vanity sink. and we have these vanity sinks. That just means they go into the countertop, and I'll just click that oval one right there. That looks fine. And now I can come up here, and whatever's showing up here, this is what you're going to place. So right now I have that sink, and this will find the exact center of that for you. If you just navigate around, locks into the red circle, click, and now you have a sink in there. All right, and so you're going to continue going around and outfitting. The next thing you'll need to do is your kitchen. The one thing with the kitchen, when you place the first base cabinet, I usually like to place that in a corner and then build out from the corner. Now when you place this, if I click right here, notice that arrow is pointing downward. See the little arrow down there? I can't move to it, but the arrow is pointing downward, so the door is going to be that way. Well, the problem with that, if I go here and then place another cupboard right here, I'm going to be covering up the door for this first cabinet with this cabinet. The door for this one was out here, but the door for this one is in between these two. So that's not going to work, so I'm going to undo a couple of times. Now, when you have your cabinet, if you navigate all the way back here to the corner, that will place a corner cabinet, and then you can put a little door here or something. And let's go ahead and put cabinets on either side of that. And now if I go back to my view here and back in here, you can see now I've just started the cabinets. And then if I wanted to select these to change what they're made out of, the best thing to do is to double click on the base cabinet to begin with. Go into materials, and you can change the backsplash, which is the little part that'll show up right back here on the back of it. You can change the color of the cabinet. That'll change the two sides. You can change the countertop to whatever kind of material you want. You could change the door and the panels, which are here, to whatever color, wood tone, whatever you would like. All you do is select material here, and if you want wood tones, you would go down to wood here, and you could click, sure, let's put a nice cherry, and say okay, and you could see that that just changed just the drawer panel to cherry. And then you'd have to do the same thing. The toe kick is this part right down here at the bottom. You would have to find the door here, and that's where you change everything. So the best thing to do is double click and make the changes before you place them. Now I've already placed them. So to select all these, I could select this one. And if you hold the shift button down, you can multiple select all of them at one time. And then go and say open object, and now you can get in here and go to materials and start changing it into whatever materials, and you can see the door there. So that's a little bit to get you started, and then once your cabinets are in, we'll have to place your cupboards above those. It's the same type of thing. You build it right in the corner there, and we'd put one on either side, and then we could go and stretch that cabinet just a little bit so it's over even with the end of that one, and this is even with the end of this one. And then you'll drop in your refrigerator, your stove, your range, and you put a kitchen table here, whatever you need to do. One more thing that I'll show you, this closet, you could take and rotate this label so it fits in there a little bit better. This one we might want to just move up in there just a little bit. This one is really not going to fit in there. We may go back and turn that label off if it doesn't fit, if it looks awkward. So that's how you get started placing all the fixtures. Good luck, and good luck on your house.